Okay, folks, we're really right at the cusp of Rosh Hashana, and as we get to Rosh Hashana, I just want to share one quick, we'll call it behind-the-scenes peek. And that is because we know that Rosh Hashana is Yom Haras Olam. It's the day when the world is created. It actually refers to the day in which Adam HaRishon was both born and that humanity made their first sin. And the Mepharshim debate, what it was exactly that they did. What was the sin of Adam HaRishon at that critical moment at the beginning of creation? Many of the Mepharshim point out that part of that sin, which we correct every year when we come to Rosh Hashana, was the fact that he was a kafui tov. He was a person who denied the good that was around him. Because when HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, Adam, why did you eat from the fruit? His first response was, Ha'isha asher nasate madi, the woman who you gave me was the one who gave the fruit to me, and I therefore stumbled. And part of the issue was not just that he was avoiding admitting his guilt, but the very partner that Hashem made for Adam was who he blamed, not seeing the goodness in life. And I believe that's perhaps why immediately after Adam and Chava punished for the sin, that's when Adam turns to his wife and calls her Chava, because she's the Aim Kol Chai, the recognition of just how much goes into this relationship and how much he appreciates of her. I think this Rosh Hashana particularly, we have the opportunity of appreciating the good that goes in behind the scenes, and it's truly remarkable in our community, in our family, to see how much work has gone on behind the scenes. And this is just going to be a fraction of it. So I want to invite you in. We'll take a quick look, I guess, behind the scenes, or maybe we'll call it behind the mask, of a few things that are going on in Shul just right now. Join me. Let's take a quick look around the building as we prepare for our Rosh Hashana. Now taking a look at the special dividers we made in-house. These are for our other minyanim. These are above the 5 we already have for the minyanim which we already created in-house. Where you count it, this is a lot of chairs, and this is only the first load of chairs which are arriving of the 300 which are going outside for everybody to have a comfortable seat on Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur. And in here we have Ricky Adder, who is now actually labeling all the new matzahs. So we have 200 plus new matzahs, and these are all being put into place. Thank you to all those who sponsored, but more importantly for the volunteers as well, who are behind the scenes making sure that we have our matzahs. Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
And of course, all the mantles and all the Torahs, all the mantles over here were changed and were added. So thank you to all the volunteers who went out of their way to do this. And now all the Torahs are being labeled so that every one of the Torahs going to all the different locations will be arriving at the right place. All the Bari Tila will know where they are, all the Gabayim will know where they are, in all our multiple locations. And in here, Deborah, what number day are we actually right now?
I have no idea.
Okay.
But every day I end up in saying, I'm done. No more changes.
And the changes keep happening, but we're finalizing seating. God willing, will be out soon. Deborah, I think I've seen you at least 3 weeks now, working day and night, just like a full-time job beyond.
Right.
That's
what
amazing.
What are we going to do afterwards?
We'll just sit down. Thank you for all you're doing. And here's Marvin in the control center over here. And it looks like we have all the things going on. Marvin, what's been the latest over here?
Not a problem. It's almost 72 hours before Yom Why get
Nothing to be worried about. Thank you for all you're doing, Marvin. And so now what we're doing is now, as you can see in the ballroom, every seat, of course, has a special constellation, and we have incredible volunteers who are taking their time out to tag every seat in order to make sure that you know exactly where you are going to be seating. And then every single seat gets its own label as well, with the person, the number, and the place they're at. And of course those are tied to the chairs, and there are people putting every specific one right over here. That's an amazing amount of work. We'll swing over here, just trying to get all the extra details in.
Got Eitan Ross's.
Okay.
Make sure all the
And then
last
what's the other one?
people are in the
Roseanne?
right place over here.
You also
Roseanne, Banana.
Here we go out of the shul into the Hashkoma tent. This is the one tent that we have over here. As you can see, all the seating is arranged in such a way
that it's grouped based on the families. You'll notice there are different groupings and different the spaces are the same, but the groupings are different because of the different amounts of people in each section. An incredible amount of work that took place. Let's move from our Hashkama tent, and it's not completely fixed up yet. The mechitza is not in yet, obviously, as can be seen. We now move out of our Hashkama tent into our main tent campus, which is being set up still as we speak. Into the parking lot tent. Oh yeah, so as you can see all the settings over here. What's going on, David?
So this is going to be the ladies section, and right on the other side of the pizza you can see the Aron Kodesh set up, and we have a beautiful chair for the Rav to sit with its own ständer.
I got it. So the Baltfield is going to be right over here in the center, so both sides can hear it properly.
Baltfield is going to be right here. There's a ständer right in that center in the middle.
Amazing.
One of our volunteers.
Hi Lisa. Hi Chevy.
Cheers.
Thanks for all the setup.
Okay.
And it looks like the good news is nobody even took my parking spot in this whole business, but I was definitely willing to give it up. Okay, we've got a spot over here, right? This is Hashkama Shofar.
You all good? After all, you're going to die.
Amazing. Earliest Shofar of the day today. Here we come to the main sanctuary. We have our women's section set up over here as well as on the sides. And we're going to be having all the setups of all the different families in specific places. We have our shofar booth there on the far corner. And our Glakionic base midrash, of course, with the sign seating for all the families in the specific rows. Our shofar booth there at the front, just by the entrance. Our Sefer Torah in the middle being set up and arranged in the right order. Men and women's section. God willing, looking forward to as packed a shul as it can be. And here we go in the youth center. This is one of our minyanim over here. All seats labeled. Everybody has their own special place. Moving from the women's section into the men's section over here. And in this section over here, we have, of course, the shofar booth in the corner, our own special made one, which is where the Balto Care will be. We are at the Reese's. Dr. Reese is kindly hosting Yilk South as we start moving in over here. And we are now setting up with all our chairs in this incredible double tent situation over here, which is going to be hosting our other minyan. As you can see, all the chairs are about to be unloaded and set up in their special seating arrangements in just a few minutes, thanks to the incredible amount of work Doba, Chevy, Reno are putting into this.
So as we move into Rosh Hashana, Tafshin Pei Aleph, let's find somebody in our lives, in our community, our families, our friends who we can say thank you to. Let's make this a Rosh Hashana of appreciation. Ksiva v'chasima tova.